Welcome to the live show on the internet. Yeah. We got a raw and uncut wild story for you tonight. Yes, we do. We're going to jump right into it.
Police say 39-year-old Joseph Grier shot and killed another passenger on board the Gwinnett County Transit bus and ordered the driver to take off. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. The chase barreled down roads throughout Atlanta, DeKalb County and Gwinnett County before ending just east of Tucker. Fox 5's Brittany Edney joins us live in Gwinnett County, and Brittany just talked exclusively to Grier's family about what happened. Brittany?
Yeah, Courtney, one of Grier's family members shared with me his long-term struggle with mental illness. She reveals that recently, though, he's had a lot of behaviors that haven't seemed normal. She says that he has acted erratically and that they have tried to get him help. Police have arrested 39-year-old Joseph Grier in connection to the fatal shooting inside the hijacked Gwinnett County transit bus.
My God. Lord have mercy, it's Joseph.
I sat down with a family member who described the moment his father turned on the news.
And he looked at it and he just busted out crying.
Investigators say Grier has been arrested 19 times, something his family attributes to his longtime struggle with mental illness.
They know that he's schizo and bipolar and manic. They know that part about him. What triggers him, I don't know.
In the hours leading up to the bus hijacking, she says Grier's father tried to get him to come home and get rest. They were worried about him since he recently lost his job, but ultimately, Grier rejected that intervention.
Like if he don't take his medication, if he don't sleep for a period of time, he starts babbling. I mean, we know that he's getting ready to go off on the deep end, and you can't stop him. Because he won't lay down, he won't sleep.
This video shows the 39-year-old at the scene of the Peachtree Center shooting downtown Tuesday. Investigators say the incidents are unrelated, but shortly afterwards, Grier got on the bus. A high-speed chase and shooting that took the life of Ernest Byrd Jr.
My heart goes out to the other family, but it could have been so much worse. I mean, because there were 17 people on that bus. Suppose all of them got shot or killed. You know, I don't know what his mental state was about.
A lot of families reeling from this very violent and horrifying experience. Of course, the family of the victim who was shot and killed, Ernest Byrd Jr. Police say he was shot and killed with his own gun after he got into a confrontation with Grier on the bus.
Yeah, Brittany, we all couldn't believe what we were witnessing when this was all unfolding yesterday. You've been on this story all day long, and you also spoke exclusively with the wife of that bus driver.
Yeah, Tom, Ernst Antoine, is the name of the man who was behind the wheel during that high-speed, very terrifying chase that ensued across multiple jurisdictions with police. I spoke with his wife of 32 years who described him as a family man, a man of God. She says that he is also a pastor and does a lot of work here in the community and gives back as much as he can. She says when she caught up with him at the hospital, he revealed what some of those experiences were like inside the bus. He told her that at one point a gun was pointed at his head and he was commanded to, quote, keep driving. And at another point, he told her that the gun was wedged tightly against his leg as that high-speed chase with police ensured. She says that even with his life on the line, though, he focused on swerving and also, of course, doing quick maneuvers with that giant bus to try and avoid cars on the road.
He was ready to die, but he wants the people in the bus to be saved. And also he was doing all those shaving because he doesn't want to hurt anybody on the street, those cars. So it touched my heart.
Coming up in the next hour, we'll have more details on how he is doing just ahead. Reporting.
Shout out to Atlanta, man. That's why Atlanta one of my favorite places to visit, man. Because every time you go, you're going to see some wild and crazy shit. Yeah, oh my God, so one thing about Atlanta is full with niggas like Joe. Man, it's Joe. Everywhere you go in Atlanta, it's a Joe, man. Joe ain't bullshitting. Joe messed around and turned on the TV, and he seen that mass shooting that just took place. Joe hurried up and grabbed his cape and flew out the window and went down and did his interview. Yeah, Joe had got right in front of the camera. Joe wanted to be part of the action, man. It's common sense. That man left his house just to go down there, just to see what was going on, man. As soon as somebody said something to him, he took right off. He wasn't gonna stop. As you can see in the video, man, he keep pacing around saying different stuff to different people. He trying to get the police attention. He trying to get the news report attention. And next thing you know, the news reporter started talking to him, and Joe took right off. Joe ain't hold back. Nan. Joe told the world he was crazier than a motherfucker. Yeah, he showed the world and told the world he was crazy. He said, man, all this crazy stuff going on, I would have did something about it, man, but I don't carry a gun. I just carry this knife right here. He pulled the knife out, and showed the knife and everything, put it back in his pocket. Next thing you know, 20 minutes later, Joe had the bus hijacked. Yeah, he had the city bus hijacked, man. He had the city bus hijacked. I guess Joe got on that bus and he wasn't talking shit or doing what he do, and somebody on the bus wasn't with it. The person on the bus seen that Joe was a little crazy, so he upped his fire on him. Joe seen he pulled that pistol out, and Joe realized he ain't had nothing but a knife, and Joe went to work. Yeah, Joe went to work. Joe beat him up, took the pistol, and shot him. Only thing, Joe, I said you should have did, you should have pulled the wire fan loose. You shot the nigga, you were supposed to kick him up out the bus. Yeah, you would have kicked him up out the bus, then somebody would have seen that he was shot. He could have got medical attention, but what you went wrong, where you went wrong at, Joe, you shot the man down, went and put the gun to the bus driver head and told him to keep driving and don't stop. Man, you made that man bleed to death. Yeah, that man sat on the bus and bled to death, man. That's why they gonna charge you with the murder. Yeah, because guess what? At first, you ain't do nothing wrong, Joe. You got on up just being you, and the man, he ain't want to tolerate it. You see what I'm saying? So he went to saying what he said. Next thing you know, y'all got into a physical altercation. He upped the gun. You took the gun away from him and bust him. What a crime at with that? But see, things went left when you just put the gun to the bus driver head and said, keep driving. Now you got kidnapping. It's over 17 people on the bus, and you got a shot nigga on the bus. What's really going on? Grandma, one thing about it, you ain't got to worry about Joe taking his medicine no more, because them people going to make sure he take his medicine and the medicine they going to give him. Yeah, oh my God, said they so. I'm so serious. You think Joe was rambling? Man, wait till they give him that shot and wait till they give him them pills during Medline, but you don't know Joe is not the Joe that you know. I'm so serious, Grandma, but I can imagine how you feel. I can imagine how any parent will feel when they turn on the news and they see their grandson or their son on the news. Yeah, man, Joe, you did your thing. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was very entertaining, and I see why they call Atlanta the Black Hollywood, because that's some shit you only see in the movie. Yeah, oh my God, say it ain't so. Jesus, take the wheel. And that's exactly what happened, man. If it wasn't for the higher power protecting them people on that bus, things could have went way different. You see what I'm saying? But I'm glad to hear that everybody else was safe on the bus. You know what I mean? They had a hell of an experience. And Joe, I hate to say it, man, but you ain't gonna never see daylight again, man. You never gonna step foot on the Atlanta streets again, man. A lot of people say that Joseph was dealing with mental illness. I say all black people deal with mental illness, just a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Some cases are severe than others, because if you ever live like a nigga, been through the stuff that a nigga been through, and seen what a nigga seen, you'll suffer from mental illness too. Yeah, oh my God, say it ain't so. I just got to keep it all the way real. But I don't believe that was just Joseph's problem. I think it was a little bit more than that. I believe Joseph wasn't getting no wet. Yeah, I don't believe he was fucking nothing, man. Because anybody that get any type of vagina, they're not gonna pull no stunt like Joseph did, man. Because guess what? You can just hit one of them people up in your phone and say, hey, baby, what you doing? Nah, I'm just home watching TV. Let's Netflix and chill. Go over there, break something, and next thing you know, your problem solved. Yeah, you know how many times pussy save people's lives, man. You go and get some pussy, next thing you know, you don't want to do nothing that you was going to do before then. Say if you want to go slap the shit out of somebody, you done got some pussy, now you ain't even thinking about that, man. You know what I mean? Like I say, pussy do a lot of good, and I think Joseph should have had some of that before he went outside, man. With that being said, if you smell some stink, that's me. Urban Gossip TV, cause we the shit.